Taylor's last chance, Dylan busted, and a marriage to remember. The bold and the beautiful spoilers update for the week of February 9th to 13th reveals that Taylor Hayes may get her last chance while Melissa Dillon gets fractured. There'll also be a marriage to flash back, so some can't-miss scenes are on the way. Now that Ridge Forrester has caught Taylor making out with Deacon Sharp, he knows she's not hearkening to Steffy Forrester Finnegan's claim. After Ridge warns Deacon to stay out of Taylor's life, he'll drive Taylor to stay down from Deacon too. Ridge might remind Taylor of what she stands to lose if she doesn't hear to Steffy's warning about cutting Cleric out of the picture. Ridge may ask the hard questions and wonder if Taylor's really willing to give up Steffy and her grandkids for Cleric. This could be Taylor's last chance to observe the rules before Steffy takes drastic action and cuts her off from the family. For now, Steffy and Taylor will put their recent drama away to concentrate on Daphne Rose spree wedding fests. Taylor will attend the bachelor bash that Steffy throws for Daphne ahead of her espousal. Donna Logan will also be on hand for this party, which will supposedly have a disco theme and include some guys hired to put on a cotillion show. Ridge is Carter's stylish man, but he will put the same position of trouble into the bachelorette festivity passing across city. The stylish Ridge can do will be a one-on-one discussion that includes pizza and booze in the CEO office. The coming day, B&B spoilers say Carter and Daphne will tie the knot in the Forrester exchange as planned. Daphne and Carter can't stay to start a family, so they'll make their marriage functionary and look forward to the coming step. With some backing from Deacon Sharp, Spencer will find out that Dylan prevaricated about having some great position in another megacity. Dylan has taken a job that isn't too far down rather, and it'll supposedly involve some eatery grunt work. It looks like Dylan may discover Ivy Forrester's blackmail plot before Ivy tells Electra Forrester what she saw that night at the Sandhouse. May contend Ivy's got it all wrong, but Electra may suppose it sounds like Dylan really did believe erroneously. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Electra and will have a fight coming up, so stick with us for updates on any other messy relationship news. The week of February 9th to 13th is going to be really tough at Forrester Creations. Taylor Hayes is in a predicament that will decide what happens next with the Forrester family. Ridge Forrester saw Taylor Hayes with Deacon Sharp. They were in a very bad argument. Now Ridge Forrester wants Taylor Hayes to understand what she has done. Ridge Forrester is sitting in his office at Forrester Creations. The office is very fancy with glass walls and you can see all of Los Angeles from there. Ridge Forrester is looking at Taylor Hayes with his bright blue eyes. He is telling Taylor Hayes everything. Taylor, you really need to think about what's at stake here. Steffy is your daughter and your grandchildren and everything that comes with them. Can you really risk losing Steffy and your grandchildren for Deacon? His tone is firm. You can tell he really cares about Taylor. Taylor's face is red because she feels guilty. She still has feelings for Deacon. She is trying to figure out what to say. Taylor wants to say something that will make Ridge feel better. She wants Ridge to think that she can stop her feelings for Deacon. The truth is Taylor is drawn to Deacon more than she thought she would be. Taylor is having a time with her feelings for Deacon. Steffy wants to keep things calm for now. She does not want any problems until her sister Daphne Rose gets married. The party for the guys is really fun. There are lights and lots of drinks. People are having a good time. Taylor is trying to be calm. She is standing on the side of the room, talking to a few people. She can see that Ridge and Deacon are not getting along. Deacon is just standing there with a smile on his face. He is being his charming self. Steffy is still trying to keep the peace. She does not want anything to ruin Daphne Rose's wedding. Donna Logan is a social person and she moves through the crowd with ease. She is trying to keep everyone excited. Even Donna Logan's energy cannot hide the problems that are going on beneath all the fancy things. Donna Logan is still trying to keep spirits high. Ridge takes Taylor aside that evening for a private conversation. They have pizza and drinks. Ridge makes it very clear to Taylor that this is her chance. He tells Taylor that she needs to decide what she wants to do. Taylor can step back and respect Steffy, or she can give up everything for Ridge. Taylor's heart is beating fast. Taylor is confused because she loves her family. She also has strong feelings for Ridge. Taylor thinks about her kids and the life she has always wanted. She thinks about the home she loves. Ridge and Taylor are having this conversation because Taylor has to make a choice about Ridge and Steffy. Taylor has to choose between family and her feelings for Ridge. What if one night with Deacon ruins everything she has worked for? The things Rich said are really bothering her. She is so unsure of what to do that she can barely move. Deacon is a part of her problem. She thinks about Deacon and what he wants from her. This is making it hard for her to make a decision about Deacon. The Forrester mansion is really busy with people getting everything for Daphne and Carter's wedding. Daphne and Carter want their wedding to be fancy and special. They want to promise to build a life without having kids right away. People are coming to the wedding. They all look very nice. The part where Daphne and Carter say their vows is going to be very fancy and expensive, like the way the Forresters live. Taylor and Ridge and even Deacon are all being nice to each other. It is not very real. They are all talking, but they are also thinking about what they really want. The Forrester wedding is a deal and everyone is trying to be polite, but it is hard when there are so many secrets. Daphne and Carter's wedding is going to be a day for the Forresters. Back in another part of the city, Will Spencer is finding out that Dylan is not telling the truth. Deke Sharp helps him understand what is really going on. It turns out that Dylan's supposed big job in another city is actually just a small job at a local restaurant. Will Spencer is having a time dealing with this because he does not want to think that Dylan would do something like that, but it is getting harder for him to ignore the facts. At the time, Ivy Forrester's plan to blackmail people is getting out of hand and things are starting to get really bad. Will Spencer is still trying to figure out what to do about Dylan. Electra is really upset and suspicious, so she talks to Will about it. She thinks that Dylan might have lied to them. This makes everybody angry. They start saying mean things to each other. The situation with Electra and Will and Dylan is getting worse. Feels like it is going to get out of control. Electra and Will and Dylan have a lot of feelings for each other. This is making everything more complicated. Taylor's moment of reckoning grows ever closer. As Ridge leaves her side, the weight of his warning still lingers. The viewer is left on edge. Will Taylor honor the family she's always loved, or will passion blind her to the consequences? Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Will, Electra, and Dylan's tangled web of lies hints at even more explosive confrontations to come. With love, betrayal, and heartbreak all colliding, the Forrester family faces a week of drama that will leave fans riveted. The week at Forrester Creations starts with Taylor Hayes in the Forrester CEO office. She feels really bad about what she has done. It is like something heavy is pushing down on her. Rich Forrester is standing by the desk with his arms crossed. He is looking at Taylor Hayes with a face. He is worried about her. Taylor, you know what is important, Rich Forrester says slowly. Steffy, your daughter and your grandchildren are what matter. Do you really want to lose all of them, Taylor Hayes? Taylor's lips shake when she swallows and she tries to make her voice steady. I know, Ridge, she says. I just do not know what to do. My heart does this thing. I really cannot control it. What she just said is very quiet in the room. Ridge takes a step closer to her. His hand touches hers, but it is not a nice touch. He is trying to make her remember what is real. Your heart is one thing, Taylor, he tells her. What you do affects other people. You have to pick what you want. Do you want your family? Do you want Deacon? This is not about you now, Taylor. Your family or Deacon. You have to choose. The room is really tense. Taylor nods. She starts thinking about Deacon and the way he smiled at her earlier. She remembers how his hands touched hers and it made her feel like she was alive. She tries not to think about it. Inside she is feeling all mixed up. Rich sees that she is struggling and his expression becomes a little softer. He says, I do not want you to forget who you are. I want you to remember who you care about. Right now that is your family. Taylor thinks about what Ridge is saying and she thinks about Deacon. She thinks about her family. The thing that is important to Taylor is her family and Deacon. Ridge is telling Taylor to remember that she belongs to her family. Steffy Forrester is getting everything for her sister Daphne Rose's party. The party is at the Forrester mansion. It looks really nice. There are disco lights and pretty decorations everywhere. The music is playing softly. It sounds good in the big hall. The guests are. They look great. The women are wearing dresses and the men are wearing suits. They all have glasses of champagne. They are laughing. The sound of their laughter is bouncing off the walls. Donna Logan is talking to all the guests. She is being really friendly. She wants to make sure everyone is having a time at the party for Daphne Rose. Even with all the fun, you can tell that something is bothering some of the people at the party for Daphne Rose. Taylor stands at the edge of the room trying not to draw attention to herself. She looks around at all the people. feels a little nervous. Then her eyes meet Deacon's across the room. He gives her a smirk. It makes Taylor feel a chill run down her spine. She looks away quickly, starts to think about the food on the table. There are a lot of things to eat, like tiny sandwiches and cheese and crackers. Ridge is watching Taylor from across the room. He notices that whenever Deacon is near, Taylor's body language changes a little bit. It is like they are having a fight, with Taylor trying to stay calm, and Ridge trying to keep things the way he thinks they should be. Taylor is really trying to keep her cool. Ridge is trying to protect what he thinks is right, like Taylor and her feelings. Ridge takes Taylor to a quieter spot. There are pizza boxes and a few beer bottles on a table, leftovers from a lunch. Ridge says to Taylor, "Taylor, this is it, your chance. Do you get what I am saying? If you go near Deacon, you are done. Steffy will do what she has to do to protect her family. She will stop talking to you. Is that what you want, Taylor?" Ridge is really serious. He does not want Taylor to mess things up with Steffy and her family, so he tells Taylor again, "Taylor, do you understand what will happen if you go near Deacon?" Taylor bites her lip. Tears are really close to falling down. "I do not know if I can stay away from him, Ridge. I care about Taylor's friend. Taylor's friend is a person, and I care about him a lot more than I should care about Taylor's friend." Ridge lets out a sigh and runs his hand through his hair. He says to Taylor, "Taylor, it is not enough to care about something. You have to do something about it. You have to make a choice about what's important to you. If you do not do that, then you will lose everything that you have worked hard for, everything that we have tried to keep safe, Taylor." Ridge's words are still on Taylor's mind. Now the scene is at the bachelor party. It is really going on. The disco lights are making all sorts of colors on the dance floor. The dancers they hired are spinning around, doing their routines together. Daphne is. She looks really happy in the dress she is wearing for her wedding. Carter is standing near her. He keeps looking at her because he is going to marry her soon. He is feeling excited and nervous at the time. The two of them keep smiling at each other and whispering to each other, even though it is really loud. They are enjoying these moments before they get married. Ridge's words and the bachelor party are still on Taylor's mind. Now she sees Daphne and Carter, the couple, happy together. Back at the mansion's hall, Taylor finally gets up the nerve to talk to Steffy. "Steffy, I know we have not been getting along. I want to fix things. For Daphne's sake, for our family's sake." Steffy looks at her mother closely, and she can see that Taylor is being honest. "Taylor, this is not about what happened tonight. It is about all the things you have done. For Daphne, I can put all that aside for now, for Daphne's sake. Just stay focused on the celebration. The night is still going on. Things are not okay." Over in a restaurant on the other side of town, Will Spencer is figuring out that Dylan was not telling the truth. Dylan said he had an important job in another huge city, but really he is just working at a small place to eat, which is very different from the fancy life he made people think he had. Will Spencer is very upset and angry. Deke Sharp is standing near him, helping him understand what is going on. Will, Dylan has been lying to people, Deke Sharp says. Will Spencer is trying to make sense of everything. Dylan's lies are making Will Spencer very mad. You really need to know the truth about this situation before things get even worse. Will's mind is over the place as he thinks about talking to Dylan. He wants to say something to Dylan. Then Ivy Forrester shows up. She has her own plans. She has been collecting things like photos and receipts. She even heard some conversations that she was not supposed to hear. Ivy Forrester wants to use these things to get Dylan to do what she wants before Electra finds out what is going on. Electra is very upset. She does not know what to think. When Electra talks to Will, things get very bad. Will, are you saying that Dylan really lied to us? Electra asks him, her voice shaking with anger and sadness. She wants to know if Dylan tricked all of them, including Electra and Will and everyone else. Will tries to calm Electra down. Electra, this is a situation. The guy may have gotten things wrong. I do not think he wanted to hurt Electra or anyone else. Electra is not. She storms out. This leaves Will alone with his thoughts. The scene goes back to Taylor. She is now standing outside. She is looking at the Los Angeles skyline. Taylor is really torn. Her heart is telling her to do one thing. She knows what is right, and that is telling her to do something else. She closes her eyes. She thinks about Steffy, her grandchildren, and the family she has made over the years. Even as she makes a promise to herself, she knows someone is standing behind her. It is someone she knows well. Deacon says in a low and smooth voice that is very hard to resist. She turns around, looks at him. You are thinking about Ridge, are you not, Taylor? Taylor nods. She is not able to say a word. Deacon takes a step closer. To her, his hand touches hers. You do not have to fight, Deacon, he says quietly. You want this to happen with Deacon. Deacon knows that you do. Taylor is not so sure anymore. She knows that Ridge is right, that what she does will affect a lot of people. At that moment she really wants Deacon. She wants him much that it is hard for her to think clearly. Taylor takes a step back. Breathes deeply. Deacon, we cannot do this. Not now. I have to think about my family, the family, and what this would do to them. Deacon's smirk fades a little. Then he looks at Taylor with respect and disappointment. I understand, Taylor. Do not think that I will just walk away from you. You are mine. I will have you eventually. Taylor is going to be mine. It is a matter of time. Taylor will see that. The camera goes back to the Forrester mansion. Daphne and Carter are ready for the ceremony now. People sit down. You can feel how excited everyone is. Steffy and Taylor and Donna and Ridge get into position. Each of them is dealing with their stuff. When Daphne and Carter say their vows, the scene switches between the couple and the people watching, who are clearly upset. The Forrester mansion is filled with Daphne and Carter's friends and family. They are all waiting to see what happens next with Daphne and Carter. Taylor's lingering guilt, Ridge's protective anxiety, Deacon's quiet scheming, and the looming storm between Dylan, Will, Ivy, and Electra. After the ceremony, the reception starts. The music is playing in the hall, but beneath all the laughing and celebrating, every person is dealing with their own problems. Taylor steps outside on the balcony for a minute. Ridge comes with her. Do you think you made the choice? Ridge asks Taylor in a voice. Taylor and Ridge are standing there. Ridge is looking at Taylor, wondering if Taylor really did the right thing. Taylor nods. Her eyes show that she is not really sure. She says, I hope so, Ridge. I really hope so. Ridge takes Taylor's hand. He holds it tight. He tells her that long as Taylor is with her family, Taylor will always have people around her. Ridge says that Taylor will never be by herself. Taylor will never be alone. Dylan is in trouble now. Ivy is threatening to tell everyone that Dylan has been lying, and Will is getting closer to finding out the truth. This is going to lead to a fight. Electra is really mad at Dylan too. She is going to blow up at him soon. The situation with Dylan and his lies is getting worse, and it is going to end in a lot of feelings, people betraying each other, and a lot of drama. Dylan's lies are all going to come out. It is not going to be good. The week is over. Taylor is back in the mansion. The hallways are really quiet. She is thinking about what she has done. You can see all these feelings on her face. She looks relieved. She also looks like she is longing for something. She is scared. Taylor's face is on the camera for a time. Meanwhile, Deacon is watching her from away. You can tell he is making a promise to her. He is not saying anything. In another part of town, Dylan is getting ready for a fight. Will is preparing himself for something to happen. He wants to know the truth. Electra is still feeling really bad. She has a lot of emotions inside her. She does not know what to do with them. Taylor is still thinking about her choices. The camera is still on her face. Every choice made, every secret uncovered, every heart broken, sets the stage for the next storm. And in the world of the bold and the beautiful, the drama is never truly over. That evening, the big house's party room starts to clear out, and Taylor and Ridge are still standing near the fancy stairs. The nice light from the ceiling fixture makes shadows on the walls. You can see that Taylor is not sure what to do. Ridge, she says quietly, this is really tough for me. I thought it would be easier to walk away. Every time I see him, I feel torn. Taylor feels like she is being pulled in two directions, and it is hard for Taylor to know what to do. Ridge can tell that Taylor is really struggling with this, and Taylor just wishes that things were simpler for Taylor. Ridge puts a hand on Taylor's shoulder to make her feel better. He says to Taylor, I know this is hard, Taylor. It is never easy. Taylor should think about the important things. The family, the kids, the life Taylor has made. These are the things that really matter. Not something that feels good for a while, like a strong feeling that goes away quickly. Deacon shows up in the doorway. The light from the hall is behind him. He says Taylor in a voice, but you can tell he is trying to be charming. He asks her, do you mean this is already over? Taylor turns around. Her heart is beating fast. She talks to Deacon in a voice and says, "It is over, Deacon, for now. You have to respect that, Deacon." Deacon steps closer to Taylor. His eyes are locked on hers. He says,